This is literally my too lazy to do anything today outfit. I don't know if people do this anymore still, but I have a snapback on, as you can see, and then I have a hoodie over the snapback. Is that cool? Is that creative? No? Okay. Whatever. I don't really care. I had to get this video up today because I care about you people. This is the Money in the Bank 2017 review. I know the predictions was done by Hentai Boy 628. He's a little unhinged, as they would like to say. He's a little crazy, and he's a smart, but the boy has special problems, so you can't make fun of him. He's a pretty interesting guy, though. It's fine. I watched the show last night, and the show was terrible. But there was one redeeming quality about it, and we're going to start off talking about it because the show opened up with the first ever Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. It was Carmella, Natalya, Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, and Tamina. And I need to address this because it's just one of my pet peeves that they do on the show, and I don't get why they do it because it annoys me. They have the fucking woman come out to the ring. They all make their entrances and they come to the ring. And then they have Tom Phillips go, for these women, this started back at WrestleMania. And then that's their cue to go to the backstage video package. Which leads me to think, why did they do the entrances before the video package? It literally makes no sense to me. They did the same shit in Extreme Rules. They had The Miz come out, and then they were like, for The Miz, it's all about the championship. And then they had the video package play. What the fuck do the people do there for 3 minutes? Do they just stand there looking at each other? All these women, they're very determined to win the Money in the Bank match. Oh, they're all going to stand there and watch the big screen for a minute as we look at the preview video they shot a little earlier. It's just, it kills all kayfabe possible. Because in a world of wrestling, these women shoot these videos backstage so they can play them for the fans to watch. It's completely stupid for these women to shoot these videos and then they have to go out there and they have to watch it themselves along with the rest of the fans. What the fuck is this? And then I had someone say, oh, it's to fill up time. You'd be filling up the same amount of fucking time if they played the video before the entrances happened. It's just fucking stupid. I don't understand why the fuck they do it. Whatever. It doesn't matter. It's not the big issue on this company. But it's still fucking, it's just an issue I have. It's just so retarded. I don't know why they insist on doing this. So, then the match actually starts. And I don't want to see anybody try and say, oh, they did the best they could. No, this was sloppy. This was unorganized. This was terrible. It was all over the place. You literally had a moment where Charlotte Flair just ran into Tamina. And I'm not trying to say oh, it was a move. She literally just charged and she ran that into Tamina. And they tried calling it a move. You had Charlotte almost trying to kill herself because she did the flippy thing off the top rope and people were like, work great. No, it's called she's a fucking moron and she's trying to kill herself because she thinks that if she does this big flippy high-do shit, people are going to remember this match for centuries. But the fact is, nobody's going to remember this match except for the ending, but we'll get to that in a minute. Tamina, people are saying Tamina carried the match and I don't know where they're getting this premise from because I watched this match twice actually because I watched the network replay of it after it and Tamina was terrible all around. So I don't know where people are saying well, Tamina put in the best work. No, she didn't. She was literally so terrible. So people were delusional. Becky Lynch, Becky Lynch doesn't win anything, so you can count her out of this match. Who's the other person? Natalya? Natalya doesn't win anything either. So here comes the magical moment on the show. I honestly, I complain about a lot. I honestly like this. And you're going to get why I liked it. They had fucking Carmella laying down in the middle of the ring after, Becky Lynch took her out or something. And Becky Lynch tried climbing the ladder. And James Ellsworth was at ringside. And he stopped Becky Lynch by tipping over the ladder and pushing her off of it. And James Ellsworth tried getting Carmella to get up. But he couldn't get her up. So, instead, he climbed the ladder. He grabbed the briefcase and he dropped it down to Carmella. Do you know why this is so great? It's because Vince McMahon himself, and I don't want to see anybody say, oh, Vince doesn't book SmackDown. Vince looks over everything. He knows what he's doing. Randy Orton became champion last month. You think Triple H is like, Randy Orton, he's better than Bray Wyatt. No, Vince McMahon decided that. Vince McMahon knows what he's doing to run a business. So, he looked at this women's match And he honestly looked at it and said, wow, this is retarded. Why the fuck are these women wrestling in this match? So what he did is he made this genius finish where a man climbed up the ladder and grabbed the briefcase for the woman and then dropped it down to her. No, Kyle, you're just being sexist. No, I'm being truthful. Literally, that is exactly what happened. Vince McMahon intended that to be the reason. And you know what? I don't want to see anybody try and say anything different. This wasn't for heel heat. This wasn't for fucking, it was to get Carmella over. No. It was for Vince McMahon to prove to himself that men will always be superior to women. Because when you look back now at the first ever women's Money in the Bank ladder match, you're always going to remember it for a guy winning. A guy grabbing the briefcase and dropping it down to a woman. Oh, it was the outrage from the fans. Yeah, sure, it was to do that. But guess what? If they would have just had James Ellsworth help Carmella cheat to win, you would have got the same reaction. There was a reason why James Ellsworth was the one to grab the briefcase. Think about that. Vince McMahon hates these women so much that he wants James Ellsworth to be the one to grab the briefcase in the end. He trusts him to do it more than any of these other girls. Oh, they have to climb the ladder and grab the briefcase. Yeah, guess what? One of those girls would probably kill themselves trying to do that. So they got James Ellsworth to do it instead. I think it was magical. I think it was so great. I don't want to see anybody be like, this was disrespectful to the woman. Good! I'm glad it was disrespectful to them. Because guess what? This women's revolution shit is so stupid. And I'm sick and tired of it. Oh, you're just sexist. No, I'm not sexist. I think women do belong on the show. But the fact that they're trying to overhype this, like this women's revolution is the greatest thing since sliced fucking bread, is fucking retarded. You know what? If you watch Impact, not saying many of you do watch Impact, but there's been a fucking Divas revolution happening for years over there. It's called They Actually Let the Females Wrestle. That's what you want to see, right? You want to see the females actually wrestle? Impact's been doing that for years now. And because all of a sudden now WWE, they see Ronda Rousey and they're like, wow, we can do something with our women too. And they're putting them in these fucking gimmick matches trying to create false buzz and false hype when there's no storyline for why it's happening other than, let's make history. Then you know they're just doing it to try and create this dumb buzz that does not exist. So if you like this, I don't care. Because there's no reason to like this. And if you do, then I don't see how, because Carmella was the one that won the briefcase. And storyline-wise, Carmella is probably the worst choice. I mean, really, no, be real with yourself. Natalya, who's the other people? Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, and Tamina. Tamina could have easily have been a badass heel if they actually tried with her. They wouldn't have tried with her, that's what I'm saying. But if they would have tried with her, they could have made it work. Becky Lynch, at least she's liked. Charlotte Flair, they could have done the she did it for her father on Father's Day storyline. And then Natalya just, she's been around for centuries. Just give her a bone once in a while, right? No, they chose Carmella. What is Carmella going to succeed at? You think people are ever going to, like, talk about this one day in the future? People are going to be like, well, you know, Carmella won the first ever Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. No, nobody's going to talk about that. Carmella is literally so worthless on this roster. The first problem is that she doesn't eat. If you look at her, she's this anorexic fuck who hasn't eaten a hamburger in her whole entire life. It's a problem, and she needs to start eating, because I'm really concerned for her. Second of all, Carmella is not a name that goes down history. You talk about Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock, and you talk about John Cena, Randy Orton, all these names. It's like, wow, they created history. Who's going to one day be like, oh, Carmella created history one day? No, it's never going to happen. So they chose literally the worst person to win the match anyway. So I don't know how you could possibly like this. If you hated the ending, well, you should hate yourself. Actually, that's a good point. That's a good fucking point. If you hated the ending to this match, you should hate your fucking self. Because it's James Ellsworth's fault. You're the people that got James Ellsworth on the damn roster. He came up and he was supposed to be nothing but a jobber. But then you people, you were like, oh, I like James Ellsworth because he's cool. Not really, but like I did to cheer somebody different. So then they actually employed him and he beat AJ Styles twice. So you people, you smarks out there are the reason James Ellsworth is on this roster right now. And you're the reason why this finish happened. Same shit with Daniel Bryan. Oh, we want Bryan to main event. Yeah, well now his career's fucking dead. See, this is further builds my point. Smarks kill everything. That's why you don't listen to them. Just think about that. You had the Daniel Bryan shit. You had the James Ellsworth shit now, and I'm sure there's countless other things you can think about. The cruiserweight division. People were clamoring their whole lives for that, and now it's here, and nobody wants it around. I can't believe, like, they still continue to listen to Smarks after all this. Because they'll cheer about this 1 minute, and then the next minute, they'll be like, what the fuck is wrong with this company? You wanted this. You wanted James Ellsworth on this damn roster, and this is the ending you get. They want Carmella to succeed for some reason, and they're going to make it happen. Carmella, is she going to succeed? No, she's not. She's fucking terrible. I don't know why they're trying to push her, because it's not going to lead to anything. But fact is, at the end of the day, you people, you Smarks are responsible for this. And I will always remember that now. Okay, so the video is going to be labeled Rant Against Smarks or something, because I literally just spent more than half of the video talking about that. But I'm glad, because that, really, I'm being honest on God right now, that was the biggest takeaway from the whole pay-per-view. And that's not me saying, oh, the woman outshined the men. No, it was me saying that was so much fuckery that it overshadowed everything else on this pay-per-view. Because this pay-per-view was gay shit. The Uso brothers fought the New Day. And really, who cares? Because there's no story. They had a good tag match, but there's no reason to care or be invested because there's no story other than the New Day wants championship. And then the evil Thug Uso brothers, they're so dangerous that they can barely beat the New Day, and then they have to just walk out to retain the championships. They said, nah, fool, we ain't doing this today. Nah, fool. That makes them look badass. Why couldn't they just cheat it and win? What's wrong with that? Ever heard about heels actually being heels and not running away from anything? No? Okay. Third match was Naomi and Lana. This was terrible. What did you expect? Naomi's terrible. Lana's learning. I don't know why they would let this happen. Lana tapped out in her debut match, so her career's dead. And then Carmella gets the Retard of the Year award because she came out looking like she was going to cash in. Then she said, nah, I'm not today. Nah, let's go. Do you know how retarded you are? Why is she retarded? She's retarded because before this match, they showed a tweet on the screen. It's from Daniel fucking Bryan. He's still around. People still care about him, I guess so. And he was like, I will not let what happened in the women's Money in the Bank ladder match stand. This will be the first thing I address on SmackDown. So, in kayfabe sense, if Carmella was smart, but she's not, she's a retard. If Carmella was smart, she would have cashed in her briefcase right then. Because if she would have cashed in then and won the championship, what was Daniel Bryan going to do? Really, what was he going to do? Tuesday, he could strip her of the briefcase. If she was champion, she could have said, I'm champion now, and you can't do anything to me while I'm champion. Which is, in a sense, he can do something to her, but is he more likely going to? Probably not, because Naomi's going to want a rematch, and Lana's going to want a rematch, and they're going to want it against Carmella. But no, Carmella's stupid. That's the theory you got out of this. She's a fucking retard. Why would she not cash in? And then later they show Shane McMahon tweeting the same thing. I will not let this stand for you fans. So Carmella's literally like on planet 9 level of retardedness right now. And I can't believe she did not cash in. Then literally between the women's match and the WWE Championship match, they wasted like 30 minutes of time. They were literally trying to kill as much time as possible. And I was amazed at how much time they were trying to kill. Mike and Maria debuted. Mike Bennett and Maria Kanellis, except Mike Bennett isn't Mike Bennett anymore. He's Mike Kanellis. And as JBL pointed out, he took her last name. So his career's over. Maria still has a career, at least. That's so. Tune in for that. So they're characters that they're in love with each other, which usually never works out. So we may see a return of the Kiss Cam on SmackDown Live. Fourth match, Randy Orton, Jinder Mahal. This was fine for a championship match, but then they did the same ending from the last pay-per-view. Which lets you question, why the fuck did we do this? What the fuck was the point of it? Are we going to bring a Punjabi prison match back? Oh, who cares, right? It's Jinder Mahal's the champion. Literally, SmackDown's going to sink. It had like 2 million viewers this week, right? Yeah. SmackDown's going to sink. There's no way after the show SmackDown does not sink. They did so much wrong. There was not one clean finish on the show, except the Money in the Bank ladder match finish. Well, I'll get to in a minute. And Breezango fought the Ascension. Do you care? No? Okay. I don't know why they fought the Ascension either. This Fashion Files shit's stupid. They need to stop it. So, I don't know what SmackDown was thinking, but clearly Vince Russo was in the building tonight. Because you had so many non-clean finishes. The only clean finish was in the Money in the Bank men's match. Which I don't even know if you can count that as a clean finish because it's a Money in the Bank match. How was anything clean about that? So then, final match, the Money in the Bank men's ladder match. The greatest moment in this match happened when Nakamura was making his entrance and Baron Corbin attacked him. I'm not trying to say Baron Corbin's good or anything, but it's fucking genius that finally someone decided, wow, I can attack this fucker during his entrance. Because he literally says, look at me, and finally, someone decided, why don't I just attack this retard while he's doing that? These people should be doing this their whole fucking career. All these NXT guys, they should be doing this too, because they have like these 20-minute long drawn entrances. They should just be attacking them before the entrance is finished. What are they going to do? To get fined? No. They're going to fucking have an advantage going into the match. But I guess we can't always do that, right? So, the competitors in this match were AJ Styles, Dolph Ziggler, Baron Corbin, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, and Nakamura got taken out before the match, so I don't really count him. So, let's go over who was in this match and who deserved to win. I am the best wrestler on planet Earth. My name AJ Styles. He did one flying forearm. That's what I remember. He did one flying forearm. Did he do anything on this match? I don't remember. Because I didn't watch this match because there's no story. There's no reason to care. It's just, who will win Money in the Bank? But you're not really excited to see who wins Money in the Bank because all these people suck. Dolph Ziggler, you have him. I'm the only guy who won Money in the Bank before. And I'm going to do it again! Yeah, nobody really likes him either. Kevin Owens. The fate of America. United States. Yeah, you know he wasn't gonna win because he's United States champion. Sami Zayn. I'm really happy to have this opportunity. I'm really happy to be here. I'm so glad to be in this match. Money in the Bank ladder matches are my favorite. He's a retard. And then Baron Corbin, who ended up. Before I get to that, let me make this Nakamura point. Nakamura, he got taken out before the match, and then he came back out with like 6 minutes left in the match, and these people cheered for him and wanted him to win. Think about this irony for a minute. Batista comes back and wins the Rumble, and people boo him because he's been around only for a month. But he had 2 solid matches, I think, before that. But they boo him because, he wasn't ready. Nakamura wastes 20 minutes backstage during this Money in the Bank match, comes out in the last 6 minutes, and they go, he deserves to win. He deserves to win. He did literally 2 things. How the fuck are you gonna... Whatever. Shinsuke... No. Yeah, no, he's not gonna amount to anything. Learn how to speak English first, and maybe you will. Nakamura didn't win either. My favorite moment in the match was the ending. Baron Corbin came up and just knocked AJ Styles and Nakamura off the ladder, and then he went up and climbed and got the briefcase. I'm not saying I like Baron Corbin, but out of all these jobbers on this match, Baron Corbin was the best choice to win. But the best choice really isn't the best choice at all, because Baron Corbin is still a horrible choice. He's literally just nothing. There's nothing entertaining about him. He's so boring and stale. He's like Randy Orton. Except he's a heel. And he looks like he's came straight out of the fucking Twilight Zone. He's so terrible. First of all, okay. I'll give him props. At least he started wearing a t-shirt. Because before his tummy fat was hanging out, and I guess someone finally told him, dude, you need to wear a t-shirt. So I guess he finally got that part right. But other than that, he's still terrible and boring. On the microphone, he just goes, I deserve to be here. He should have kept his character from NXT. The character where he was like, I hate all these fucking indie faggots, and I'm gonna fucking wreck them all until I win the championship. Because that character was honestly so great at the time. But now, he's just, he plays football and he's from Kansas City. He's real interesting. Not really. So, the show is terrible. Don't go out of your way to watch it. If you want to watch anything, watch James Ellsworth disrespecting all the women, because that's the only thing that matters. I don't know when I'm coming back for another video. Slammiversary is the next pay-per-view there, John. You'll get live videos from there, because, well, you don't like Impact, I thought. I don't, but let's look at facts here. 1, if I stay here and I buy the pay-per-view, I have to spend $40 on it. Do I want to give $40 to Impact? No. And 2, if I go to see it live, I get to go see it for free. 3, Scott Steiner's going to be there. Who does not like Scott Steiner? How could you not like Scott Steiner after this?
I'll be right what a lawyer is. It's like when you walk in the park and you step on a piece of dog and it's stuck on your foot. That's what a lawyer is. Or when you're eating corn at a cob and a curl gets stuck between your teeth and it's annoying as hell trying to get that out. That's what I remind me of a lawyer. That's what I think.
So yeah, that's happening. You may get a Slammiversary review. You may get I don't know what we're going to do next week, because next week's a free week. Maybe we'll have more RANT videos next week. I think a Nakamura rant is in the works. Maybe a Baron Corbin rant too. There's a lot of rants I could do. Other than that, just take this big old fuck you and get the fuck out of here.